What's up YouTube, Mr. Dark Gene here. I'm going to talk about E3 and my opinions on the matter. I initially missed the Sony conference. I have a friend tell me what was actually happening at the time. My mobile device was being a pain in the arse with a live stream, but I managed to watch it the day after. And then I watched the Microsoft one a couple of hours later. Now, to say the least, I was more impressed with the Sony conference than I was Xbox. The only game visually I was very impressed with was Dead Rising 3. Metal Gear Solid 5 also as well, but I would have thought that would have been shown on the PS4 as well. But in my opinion, Microsoft's conference was filled with jargon and they were just overlaying the bullshit that they've come out with. The console is just going to be awful. I mean, as many of you've seen over YouTube, the anger that people have had over the console. I personally think it's going to be one of the worst consoles that's ever been made. But saying that, the PS4 reveal, I thought I thought it was one of the best conferences they've ever had, personally. It was non-jargon, straight to the point. It was telling us what we wanted to know. No used games. Thank you very much. We can actually play our used games on the system. And the cheer that you saw from the crowd was, well, it was epic. Yeah, the reveal of the PS4, the design I was quite surprised at, actually. Strange shape, looks like a diagonal Xbox One, but yeah, it still looks cool. I mean, it's still going to be a good console, better than Xbox One, obviously. And the pricing too, I was really surprised at the price. I mean, on Amazon, before the actual conferences, both consoles were priced up to £600 and the game's £90, so £349 for a 500 gig hard drive PS4 next generation console. Yes, please. I mean, it was more than that when the PlayStation 3 came out initially. So I'm really happy about that. Microsoft, £100 extra. £100 extra for a console that you can't do diddly squat with. So I'm going to be buying a PS4 because Xbox One can just go and fuck itself. And Microsoft, they can go and fuck themselves too. I'll be keeping my Xbox 360, yes, because I've got many good games on there, and I'm perfectly happy with it. But I'm still happy with my PS2. I'll be getting my PS4, happy with my PS3, Nintendo 3DS. So I'm happy chappy. But anyway, moving on to more about E3. Some of the games revealed. I was personally shitting myself when the Disney logo came up. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced, and I was like, yes! Oh my god, yeah. But that was a epic reaction. But also, Final Fantasy Versus 13 / Final Fantasy 15. Even though I don't technically know how it can be called Final Fantasy 15 because it says Versus 13, so it can't be called 13, 15. But anyway, minus all that. That was probably one of the best games they showed off in the entire conference. Visually, incredibly impressive. I don't know how they've done it, but the game, it looks as if it's just come from the future, from an alternate dimension. It's just been sucked through. Like, oh, pull, come on. Yeah. But I'm really excited about that. I'm a long-time Final Fantasy fan, and I've been waiting for Versus 13 for the last 1 trillion years. That's an exaggeration, but it feels that long. Kingdom Hearts 3, one of the games we've been waiting for the last another trillion years, has been announced. They didn't show off much, but obviously it's in its very early stages of development. But I am very pleased from what they've shown. Kingdom Hearts, I said, another one of my favourite game series of all time. I'm sure many of you are also excited about Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts being announced. As I said before, I was surprised that Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't shown at the Sony conference as well, considering it's nearly always been an exclusive on PlayStation, obviously apart from the old Metal Gear Solid 2 Subsistence and Metal Gear Solid Rising that came out months ago. But it's kind of annoying how, I mean, Sony, you know, on the PlayStation 4, we're not getting Dead Rising 3 yet. Xbox One are getting Kingdom Hearts 3, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. So, to be honest, I just think it's a bit of a money grabbing situation. A bit stupid, really. Moving on to some more features about the Sony's console. The PlayStation Plus membership, it's $5 a month, which works out, I think, average $60 a year. I don't know what translating that into pounds sterling is, but I still think it's a bit more than you're going to be paying for, you know, Xbox Live Gold for a year. But then again, with PlayStation Plus membership, not only you get to play online, but you get, you know, an entire games library, you get avatars, you get themes, you get, there's just a whole range of things you get, you know, with the bundle. So it's just much better in general. And I, for one, wouldn't mind paying the fee. I mean, considering how cheap the console is, I don't think, you know, you could moan really. £349 is an extremely good amount of money to pay for a next generation console. Moving on to some of the other games that were announced. Final Fantasy X and X-2 for the Vita and PlayStation 3, was it, and 4 I think as well. Anyway, yes, remastered in HD, so I was like, yes, fuck yes. I've been waiting for a HD remastering of Final Fantasy X for quite a few years now. X-2 I like as well, although not many people have quite liked X-2. They say it's too girly, but it's still a kick-ass RPG. Let's see, what else was announced? My mind has gone blank. Oh well. Speaking of the Xbox console, it's absolutely the size of it. It is literally bigger than the view of the side of this video. It's obviously, you know, I'm not speaking realistically, but it looks like somebody's taken a video player and a DVD combi and just smashed it together and they just get hammered. It's like, get the fuck in there, come on. It just looks completely just too big. It's like, what were you thinking? I mean, yeah, fair enough. I mean, you have to fit everything in there, but Jesus Christ. As well, the Xbox One has Blu-ray now, which I understand why, but I mean, it's just pointless considering they're just pre-installation discs. I mean, you literally are renting your games now. I mean, you're literally just put it on there. It's like, and the problem is, in my opinion, is that what do you do if you hate the game? You know, you can't take it back and say, yeah, I want to trade this in, unless it's at selected retailers where they're telling you to sell your games. But yeah, I mean, if not only is it, you know, you're filling up the hard drive space quickly, which won't happen on the PS4 because it's just on disk. You can play them offline. You don't need to be online. But that hard drive space is going to be filled very, very, very quickly. And to be honest, I think they should have released at least a 2 terabyte hard drive. But it would have been more expensive, but you know, would have been a bit more easier for gamers then. You know, to have the hard drive filled and go, hey, oh crap, I need another one. Let's spend more money. And moving on actually to a lot of the more still negatives of the Xbox One. So the always online, you are still required to, you know, log in every 24 hours online for the system to keep running. And that, as everyone in the world has said, what, it is pointless because, you know, if you're living in a rural area, in a town, if you live in certain parts of the world country where your internet connection is near to impossible or bad to the point where it goes off every second, then you are not going to have a stable connection and you will not be able to play your games. So, they think that they can stop piracy by stealing, by making it so you have to log in every 24 hours. We should have the choice to log in if we want to. That's why there's a feature called Sign In. I mean, for Christ, honestly, I can't express like how annoying it is. I mean, especially with the used games. But although, I mean, I did read a segment on the forum that said that the PlayStation 4 games, it is up to the publishers whether you can trade them in, and then play them. So I don't know. It's sort of the same as Xbox's, but not as bad. But I don't think it'll be as bad, to be honest with you. So I think it's much more a rumor. But Sony did say that there were no restrictions on playing used games on the PS4. So that was their promise. So I still think I do think that they will keep their promise. And there was actually a funny segment on YouTube. There was a 20-second video of of Sony executive giving someone a PS4 game, telling them how to share it, and he gave them, and he goes, "Thank you." So it was kind of putting it to Microsoft, and putting a middle finger up, saying, "Haha, fuck you." But yeah, there was a lot of new IPs shown. I'm not going to go through them all because otherwise it will just take absolutely forever. Yeah, I mean, I was overall happy with both conferences. Microsoft, as I said, but Microsoft, I just thought was full of jargon. They really are overlaying the bullshit and putting the blame on developers from I meant publishers, sorry, for their own faults. And also the big rumor that the new Kinect will be used to spy on people. A lot of people have said, "Oh, it's bullshit. That won't happen. Invade privacy." It's like, yeah, but we do not know they're doing that in secret. I mean, seriously, that if the device can pick up audio and it's connected 24/7, yeah, they're gonna, they already patented, the ability to do this shit. I remember seeing it online, and I think several people have seen it. Quite a lot of people have seen it. They did actually have a patent that said, to listen to people's audio. And the thing is, why does it? As Alpha Mega Sin, check out his channel. Fucking awesome guy, one of the best guys in games. Rock on, dude. As he said, the Kinect has to be turned on, even if the system is technically off. It's like, why? Why does it need to be on if your system is offline? I mean, they said, even if your console is technically offline, then they're doing patches, updates, that kind of shit. Making sure you're not stealing anything, and making sure everything runs smoothly, even if the system's off. So if you're off gallivanting outside, or if you're asleep, then the system's updating, as you're away or doing whatever you're doing. But I don't see why the Kinect has to be on all the time. And they say, "Oh, it's waiting for a console command, like Xbox on," and then you're like, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." But if you're not on the console, then still technically, why does it have to be on if it's off? So I still think there's a bit of a strange going on there. It sounds stupid, but that's my opinion. I mean, several people have seen it as well. I mean, Alpha Mega Sin, he said basically, he's theorized that it might be used for that purpose, to spy on people. But yeah, I'm not sure what to say really. But overall in all, I was happy with Sony's conference more. I thought it was just less jargonised, it was straight to the point, tell us what we wanted, and I just thought there was more innovation and features featured with Sony's conference. But yeah, that's my 5 cents, and I might do another video soon regarding some of the games that were announced to make the video shorter. But yeah, this is my first proper video on this kind of subject. Sorry if I ranted on or stopped for quite a while whilst I was talking, but my trying to think whilst talking is quite difficult. But yeah, I hope to do some more videos soon. But I appreciate some comments from anyone that views the videos, and you can you can comment, subscribe if you so wish. Because this kind of thing I enjoy doing. I want to do more videos, and I just want to make my own series of talking about games and gaming news in general, etc., etc. So yeah, appreciate your feedback, guys, and thanks so very much, and I will see you later.